Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham. I am sick and under the weather, but I still want to do this video with you guys. If you guys tuned into Wolfpack Wednesday last night, you saw D-Lo, Brick Artemis, and Evil Sneaker and I talk about the tease that Hot Toys gave us for this Venom. And then after the show, they dropped the photos. They announced it officially, so that's what we're going to look at today. Don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell so you don't miss any new content coming your way, and think about becoming a channel member to unlock cool perks. You can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. I do need to be a little bit more active on that, but lots of cool photos coming there in the future. So without further ado, we are looking at Venom from Spider Man to the PS5 video game, which comes out tomorrow night, which a lot of people are hyped about. This got people excited, and then I thought maybe within a week they would drop the photos and officially announce it, but here we are today with Venom, with the photos. It's announced. This is like a 3.0, but on steroids. This thing is massive. It is crazy how big this is going to be, and it's basically... it's even bigger than, say, like a quarter scale figure. It's going to be 53 centimeters, which is about 21 inches. And you can see how it dwarfs these 6-scale Spider Man figures. This is going to be just shorter than... this is going to be bigger than Carnage. This is going to even dwarf the old Venom, the 1.0 and the 2.0. So that is pretty crazy. It does come with 3 styles of tongues, which look different from the Venom we've gotten before. It looks a little narrower. But it's probably going to have the same connection, the magnetic connection, which is going to be pretty cool. This thing looks like a 3.0. It looks like the same body, but just bigger. Like, it's going to have the same material, a lot of the same accessories. Going to have a lot of the tentacles kind of coming off the back, a lot of the weaponry coming off the hands. But the big thing, the big change here is going to be the emblem on the chest, which is what a lot of people really wanted to see with Venom. That was like the one thing that if they could do something better, this would be it. So here you guys go. This thing is massive. You get the emblem on the chest. Some of the by the arm there, the connection, the seams look a little ugly, but there's only so much you can do. So hopefully they kind of tweak that a little bit. But the head sculpt looks like it's the same. I mean, obviously on a bigger scale, but it's typically, again, going to be the same figure. It's just kind of like blown up. And I don't know, like, what's this going to cost? How is this going to be displayed? If you don't have module cases that are the DF, this is going to be, you know, hard to display. It's going to take up a lot of space. This is basically like getting a Hulkbuster, but Venom. So, yeah, it's really cool. I don't know if it's for me because I had Venom once before, and it, you know, just wasn't for me. I like the movie. It's okay, but I don't know if it's something I like enough to collect. But here you can see the base, and it just even dwarfs the base. It doesn't fit on the base. They almost need to make the base bigger, which not a lot of people like. But when you have a figure this scale, you kind of do need to have a base for it to stand on and to hold it up. So hopefully they tweak the base, but it's kind of odd how small that looks. But nonetheless, it's going to have that same shiny, wet-looking body. It's probably going to be that rubber material. It does look less veiny than the Venoms we've gotten prior. So... you know, a little bit different look there. I do like it better. I like how this one looks better. If this was the same size as the other Venoms that we've gotten in the past, I think I'd really consider this because it is a cool figure, and while I'm not really collecting that stuff, that might be enough. It might be cool enough for me to jump in and get this, but the size, it's way too big. It's just not something that I want to mess with and try to find a spot for, especially when I'm a casual fan. So... very cool. I want to see how many people are willing to get this. I also want to see if people are going to be selling their old Venoms to get this, or if they'll keep that Venom and then put this and just do a whole new display. So let me know in the comments below, A, if you're interested in this, but then B, would you sell your other Venom and just have this as your ultimate Venom, and this would be the only one that you would have? I'm really interested to see what collectors are thinking about doing, but here's just the size comparison again, and it just blows me away with how big this was. You know, Brick and D-Lo, they told me, and Steve told me that this would be bigger than the Venom. I wasn't sure because I'm kind of under a rock when it comes to this stuff, but I didn't think it would be this big, so I'm just still blown away by the size of this thing. But I love the emblem. It looks great. The whole figure looks amazing. I mean, the Venoms before have sold out. They haven't had a hard time getting rid of them. So I think this one will do fine, but I'm curious to see how well it does with just the overall size. I mean, if you want to put this in a DTOF, A, will it fit width-wise, but B, you're going to have to take a shelf out too. So, you know, there's things you're going to have to think about. Is this just going to sit on like an open shelf by your computer because that's the only space it can go? So, you know, it's one of the reasons I kind of got out of the quarter scale game because it was just too big. But you can also see that we have two styles of detailed head sculpt. So we have kind of the smiling face, and then we also have the open mouth where you can hook up, you know, magnetically the 3 different tongues. I actually kind of like the smiling face better, but it's nice to have both options just to be able to change it up a bit. Again, with this being like a rubber suit, you're going to have to also just be careful of how you articulate it and make sure that nothing peels or anything like that. So taking a look at everything that comes with our Venom, here it is. So we get the 2 head sculpts, the 3 tongues, all the symbiote tentacles, if you will, the different hands and weaponry, and then you do get that base, which it's kind of funny because it's too small. You know, we complain about Thanos and the other Venom, like the base is too big, this one's too small. He kind of just stands around it, but that's just kind of funny. This isn't out on Sideshow as I film this, but I'm guessing this is going to be like $465 before shipping and tax on Sideshow. I gotta think it's going to be more than Carnage. It's bigger than Carnage. You know, it's like, what was the Venom 2.0? I think was $440. I gotta think this is going to be more than that. And I think at $25 more, it's still a pretty good deal considering how much bigger it is. But I could see this going upwards all the way up to $500 as well. So I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. It's a really interesting figure. It's got me curious just to see what collectors do, how much it's gonna cost, who's interested, who's not. Really excited just to see, you know, how this thing looks on shelves too when it comes out. I'm excited. So, you know, if the Venom 2.0 goes, you know, people are starting to fire sell that, you know, then I might consider possibly getting that. But I don't know. I do have to do better at staying in my lane, so we'll see. So let me know what you guys think of the video. Let me know if you're interested in this. And, you know, thank you so much for always watching the videos. I do appreciate that. But yeah, interact with me in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.